Yo guys, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in again. We've got 5 minutes to go before we start. I'm having to kneel down because I want you to be able to see what's going on here, and the camera's not going to let me do the whole lot. So I'm kneeling down to chat to you. If you're cooking on a barbecue, make sure you get your coals ready. Mine are nice and hot. You see, I'm just pouring them out, ready to get going. So get your barbecue sorted, or if you're going to be doing it in the house, that's not a problem. You don't need to get anything warm today because, well, actually, we're making some stock with the carcass from the chicken. So if you're going to do that today, get your oven on to 180, get all the stuff ready that you need, that you've hopefully got the equipment list there, and we'll get started in 2 minutes. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Putting my grill in there. So grab some utensils and we will be off. You set an alarm for 22 to take this bonnet off. Good. Yeah. Okay, got my utensils ready. We're going to kick off in just 2 minutes. I'm looking forward to this one. It's one of my favourites. The recipe is actually on my website as well, www.shropshirelad.co.uk. Apologise for the shades. I'm not trying to look cool. It's just that the sun's shining in my face while I'm here. So rather than me being squinty, I put these on. I've got my coals ticking away nicely here, as you can see. Just sort of lit the local, beautiful carrot charcoal sort of 20 minutes ago. So by the time we actually get cooking, this should be nice and white. You'll notice that I've got half of the grill is lit, this side, and this side is a safe zone. Yeah, because when you're cooking on a barbecue, you need to make sure that you've got that, because you're going to get flare-ups, you're going to have hot spots, you're going to need to have the room to move stuff about and make sure that you don't burn your food. So the first mistake people often make when they're lighting a barbecue is just fill the whole thing with coal, and then you can't move your food around. So it's really, really important that you do that. We've got 1 minute to go. First thing we're going to do when we kick off, so I'm going to show you how to take the breasts off the chicken. So what we're going to do is take the breasts off this chicken. I'm going to use the breasts today in this dish, and then the carcass, I'm going to show you how to roast that off. You'll pull the meat off it, and then we're going to boil it down into a stock and we're going to use that stock on Friday. We'll make a chicken rice and pea risotto, which is delicious. I absolutely love it. So yeah, that's going to be happening on Friday. So hopefully if you're tuning in for Friday as well, you're going to have 2 meals nailed out of 1 chicken. I always buy a massive chicken because I think it's just incredible how many different things you can get out of 1 bird. It's crazy. And hopefully we can demonstrate a little bit of that today. So as it's 4:30, I reckon we'll get kicked off. So first thing you need is a sharp knife and your chicken facing legs towards you. So obviously that's pointing towards you, but the legs are pointing towards me. And you'll see down the middle of the chicken there is a line, and that is the backbone. Okay, so what we're going to do is going to just drop the knife straight down the backbone. And you want to feel that you're running all the way down, and then you'll see that the chicken will split, and then you'll stop, and that's when you basically hit the rib cage. Okay, so get down to the rib cage. Then you'll see between the bottom of the thigh, the point here, and the thigh, the leg, there's this flap of skin. If you just take that flap and slice through it there, okay, you release that away from the thigh or the drummer. Okay, then all you need to do is take the knife and feel along the side of the bone for the rib cage, and then we're going to just run the knife along the ribs, and you'll see that the chicken fillet as we know it, as you see in the shops, will start to unfold, and you're just going to sort of tease the knife along the rib cage, and then as it comes away, get down to the wing there. Those wings are going to make seriously tasty stock, so leave them on. Okay, so just fold the breast away, and there we are. We don't need the skin today, but the skin will make incredible flavor again, so I'm going to save it. So I'm going to pull the skin off. If you have left any scraps of chicken on here, because we're not butchers at the end of the day, just get them off, because you can use them today. So those little extra bits there, we fine. Let's whip those off. That's one. And then it's exactly the same on the other side. So along the spinal bone there, down to the rib cage, release here between the thigh and the leg. And then it's a case of running the knife along the bone and just lifting the fillet away from the chicken. Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of extra time to do that because you're probably not used to doing it. It'd be nice to think I've made it look easy. It's probably, if you're a butcher, you're looking at it thinking he's made a right mess of that, but you know, it's decent. And the great thing about doing this, and I do it all the time, so this skin's, I'm going to put this skin now just back over the rib cage. But what we get by doing this, and I'll take the skin off this one too, is we're going to roast this. And because we've got the bones exposed already, those roasted bones give so much flavor. It's so much more flavor than if you'd roasted a whole chicken, taken the meat off, and then cooked the stock just with the meat after it had been taken off the bone. If you actually roasting the bones, the flavor is going to be insane, right? So what we do now, put those fillets to one side, and then I'm just going to wash my hands, as we should be doing all the time in this current climate, especially if you're handling poultry. Right, so hands washed. I'm going to take a roasting tin, okay, and you've probably got a few knackered old carrots in the fridge by now. So a couple of carrots, let's get rid of that bit of blue roll. Just slice them up real chunky into the pan. Into the pan. Gonna go for an onion. Okay, top and bottom off, skin off. You can quarter them if you want, or halve them. Probably quarter them. The more you sort of, I don't want to break it down into little chunks, but you get 4 bits of onion It's 4 times the amounts of sides you can caramelize and bring you flavor. So if you do need to do halves, you're only going to get 2. You could even go into smaller chunks if you want. Chuck them in. Okay, that on there. That off there. Slice, slice, slice. Easy. Okay. Into the pan. Another carrot here, just chuck in quickly. This is a great way of using up knackered old carrots you don't really want to use for an actual dish. Okay, they go in there. Now, take your chicken, lay it on top of your vegetables, or your chicken carcass. That's just your legs and the wings and all the tasty bits that are going to get really gnarly. Then we're going to hit it with some salt. And I'm going to go for a sprig of rosemary, which is growing here in my garden. You don't have to do this. Got a bit of rosemary on top. Bit of pepper if you want. Stick that in the oven for at least an hour. You want to cook it like, yeah, maybe an hour and 10, about 180. Yeah, depending on the size of your chicken. You want it to be almost looking overcooked, okay? Let it cool, pull all the meat off the bone and save that meat, okay? That chicken meat is going to go into your risotto on Friday. Then all the bones that are left, I want you to put the contents of this pan into a big pan of water, like fill it up with water and put it on a very, very low heat for, I don't know, maybe 2-3 hours if you can. Just let it tick away and then strain it off, save that stock, and we're going to have the most incredible start to a wicked risotto on Friday. Making your own stock is the way forward, people. Don't waste this, yeah? All right, so get that in the oven now, and then we'll move on to the chicken tikka masala. Right then, so we've got our chicken breasts. Like with any kind of, we're gonna cook these as, I mean, obviously, normally if you're making chicken tikka masala, you would use a tandoor if you were, like, you know, doing it as a professional, or if you've got a tandoor oven. Most people don't. You can either do this on a barbecue or under your grill. The trick to either of those, whenever you're making a kebab, is to make sure that your pieces are all the same, so that one doesn't cook before the rest. Especially chicken breast, because chicken breast dries out quicker than any other meat. And by grilling it and then adding it to the curry later, we're going to be able to hopefully catch it and then it will be super tender in the curry. I often find if you make a chicken curry with breast, fry it off to start with, then you'll end up with bits of chicken breast that are like bullets. You probably had that before and it goes really rubbery and stuff. That's just because it's overcooked. By doing it this way, we're going to get loads of gnarly charred flavor on the outside, but also it should be super tender because it just gets added to the curry right at the end. Or you can just use the chicken tikka masala sauce on a bed of rice and just place a whole skewer, if you can do it on skewers, on the top, and that looks even better. Okay, so that's probably what I'm going to do. Right then. So dice up your chicken into, you know, sort of size chunks that are a mouthful, because it's going to be in a curry, but substantial enough to sort of know they're there. Yeah, so try and keep them all roughly the same size as I just mentioned. Just going to slice up those chicken bits. Okay, like so. It's interesting doing this on one knee so that you can see me. Things I do for you lot. Right, so that's one breast done. And this will go a long way, you know. You always think, oh, I'm going to need loads and loads of chicken. You're going to be fine. This is going to feed 3-4 people, no worries. If you've got a large chicken, obviously it depends on the size of the chicken. This is an extra large chicken, a couple of kilos. So just going to keep these bits like so. And then we're going to go in for another hand wash because we've been playing around with poultry. Okay, chicken chopped. I'll leave that to one side. Wash my hands. Okay, hands washed. Next thing, right. Hopefully everybody has got a blender or a food processor or a NutriBullet. Lots of people have these NutriBullets now to make your morning kind of shake or whatever. Absolutely wicked for making marinades, these things. So what we're going to do is going to take a piece of ginger. Now, I'm really getting low on my ginger here, so I'm going to need some of this for the curry as well. So I'm just going to, you see, this is not a pretty piece of ginger, but, you know, we're in a pandemic here and we have to use what we've got. I've never shoplifted anything in my life, apart from once I nicked some ginger from Asda, because I didn't have enough money in my pocket to buy it, and I couldn't bear the thought of a curry without having any ginger in it. Sorry, Asda, my bad. Anyway, right, so thumb-sized piece of ginger in. Okay, then we're going to go with a couple of whole green chilies. So I'm just going to take the tops off those and maybe give them a little bit of a help along, 2 or 3 chops. Okay, that goes into there. Then we are going to go with about 2 to 3, maybe 3 tablespoons of natural yogurt into there. Okay, we're going to add some tomato puree, maybe a tablespoon. We're going to go with the spices now. So start with, if you haven't got garlic granules, then you can just use some normal garlic, put it in whole. I quite like granules in a marinade. Okay, so garlic granules. I'm going to go for teaspoon of paprika. Okay, teaspoon of chili powder. So I can get the teaspoon in there. I can't, so I'm going to shake it in. Chili powder. I think it might have not been used for a little while. Okay, bit of chili powder in there. Okay, that's good. I'm going to go for turmeric. Teaspoon of that. Okay, we're going to go for ground coriander. Pinch of salt. Oh no, sorry, brown sugar. 2 tablespoons of that, or sorry, 2 teaspoons brown sugar. Juice of a lemon. And good pinch of salt. Into whatever it is you're going to waz this up in. And then, I'll get my lid on. Waz that up. So probably shouldn't have put all that in the bottom of the thing. There we go. We're going to get that waz. Make sure everything gets chopped up. Real good. That'll do. Lovely. Right then. Now, you've got your lovely tikka marinade sorted there. Now, ideally, you want to do this at least an hour before. So if you guys are following along, what I suggest is you get you put the chicken into something like a bowl like this. Okay, we're gonna put the marinade all over it, and if you can leave it for a bit and make your masala sauce first and then cook the chicken, because the masala sauce, to be honest with you, will sit for as long as you need it to, and then you can add the chicken later. But if this gets some time to marinate, it will be an awful lot better. I'm not going to have the time to do that, so I'm literally just going to marinate these up and get them threaded on to these beautiful skewers from Kadai Fireballs. Very, very nice indeed. Absolutely gorgeous. I've just ordered 100 of these for a wedding that I'm doing in the summer. Okay, right. So I don't think I need to teach you to suck eggs here, but you're just going to skewer up these bits of chicken onto your skewers once it's marinated. So get it all on there. So yeah, they're all fairly even sized. That means it's going to cook nice and easy. He says as he pulls out a massive piece that he missed. So that's one chicken kebab done. Just going to keep loading these up. In fact, it's probably time, while I'm doing this, I should probably think about getting my pan warm. Now, this is what I was saying to you about having different sort of zones in your barbecue. This is getting really hot now. Cooking over the gas there might be a bit much. So I'm going to put my pan about in the middle. So it's like half on the heat. I want about a medium heat to be cooking on. Keep loading these up. I've got my stepdaughter here whispering at me, trying to give me a lit of flour. Darling, can you stop? Thank you.
Okay.
Apologies for that. Don't work with women. Women? Didn't mean to say women. Sorry. Don't work with animals or children, they say. Women are fine. I'm not sexist. My bad. I don't know where that came from. So I'm just going to keep loading these up. Nearly there. Willow, could you do me a favour, actually? Could you pop into the house and ask for the long Stitch Farm Studios plate, please?
Okay.
The long square, the long oblong one. Okay, so my chicken kebabs are done. I'm going to wash my hands. So now we're going to move on to making the masala sauce. So first thing always when doing a curry for me is you need to get your onions on and you need to sweat them down hard. Yeah, so I'm going to go in with a good amount of rapeseed oil into this pan. Be careful if you're cooking over fire not to get that oil onto the coals because it will flare up in your face and you'll definitely know about it. So I'm just going to move this to one side. We'll come back to those in a minute. You're a star. Thank you very much, Willow. Appreciate it. Say hello quickly.
Hi.
Okay, thank you. Right, she is star. Okay, so it's going to have a little wipe up because it's getting messy out here. So I'm going to throw into that pan with the onions, a cinnamon stick, and some green cardamoms, 5 or 6 green cardamoms, and let that start to infuse in the oil. Okay, and then we're just going to take these onions and chop them real rough. So I quite like chunks of onion in my curry, so I'm not worried at all about it being really finely chopped. If you want to spend loads of time finely chopping your onions, go for it. I don't need to. So I'm just going to skin these, and I like to cut them into sort of ribbons. So I just get another 2 more done, and I'll show you. You're just going to basically just go that way along, so we end up with nice ribbons. You see that cinnamon stick is fizzing away nicely there. There's going to be loads of flavour going on in that pan, and hopefully these onions are going to cook pretty quickly. Over there. The chicken kebabs probably won't take very long if your coals are really hot. As I say, getting this sauce made first is ideal, really, because the longer you do that, the longer they are marinating. So just going to get that third onion chopped. It's getting messy over here. Move that forward so you can see. I mean, chopping onions, I'm sure you've seen before, so you're not missing much here. So a slurp of water. Okay, so onions go along. Move that knife out of the way. Along the grain. We're just going to chop them quite rough. Just gives you some texture in your curry, which I love. We're going to get these going first before we move on to the ginger and the garlic, because as I've mentioned before, garlic in particular, if you cook it too long, just get this pan moving a little bit because it looks like it's really hot. Woo! Okay. Going to move that off the heat slightly. This is where your hot and cold zone becomes so important, because if I left that, if this was all blazing, I'd have nowhere to send this, and it's like smoking hot at the moment. But that's exactly what I want, cooking these onions real hard. So it's good that it's that hot, but it's good to also have the option to move it away from the heat. When we put the yogurt in later on, or cream, if you're feeling like it should be cream really, but I'm trying to be, because it's Tuesday, do you know what I mean? I'm trying to be like a little bit more healthy than if it was Friday, we'd be using cream. It's up to you. You can use cream or yogurt, but I'm going to be using yogurt. And now both things will split. If you put yogurt or cream into a boiling pan of anything, it's going to split. You take it off the heat, let it settle for a bit, cool it down slightly, then add it. You won't have the same problem. Right, so these are going in to the pan. Get a few flare ups there. Always, if you're trying to sweat down, one of the best things you can do to help them along is to give them a little bit of salt, because that just helps draw the moisture out. So we're going to put a bit of salt in the pan. Okay. At this point, I'm probably, because I'm cooking to have everything ready to show you, I'm going to drop on my chicken kebabs as well. I'm just going to put those on the edge there so I can control them from where I'm sat here. Nice and easy. Okay, and then we're going to get that, give that a little bit of a move around. See, it's already cooled down a bit, so I'm going to move it back onto the heat. Putting all that stuff in the pan. I'm just going to have to stand over here slightly so I don't burn my arms. In fact, I'll bring it over here. If that makes sense. So, we'll get those onions going. Whilst they're going, I'm going to get this other bit of ginger that I saved. Just skin it. You don't want to skin in there, it's rough. And it also, a lot of the heat from ginger comes from the skin too. If you don't like the heat, then get rid of the skin. And I'll just get rid of the skin anyway, because it's really nasty. So you just chop that up into nice fine bits. If you've bought the lazy ginger, then great. You probably want about a tablespoon. I always buy it fresh. I just love fresh ginger. It's amazing. As I said, I stole some from Asda once. The only thing I've ever stolen in my life. But couldn't bear the idea of a curry without it. Or it might have been a stir fry actually. I can't remember. But I nicked it. Right. Get that chopped up. As these onions do. Right, so they are starting to brown off, which is great. Still need to reduce down more than that. I'm going to pull them back over the heat even more. This is the beauty of having this space. And particularly on a kadai, fantastic, because you can just like move stuff around. You can get loads of different things going on all at once. Can't recommend them enough. I absolutely love my kadai. Brilliant piece of kit. Right, so that's the ginger. Finely chopped, near enough, fairly rough. That's going to go in there. Okay, and then next we're going to go in with, I'm going to go for 5 cloves of garlic. I'm going to go real garlicky with mine, this one, because I just love garlicky masala. So take your, take your clove. What are you laughing at? Take your clove of garlic and just crush it with the palm of your hand against the blade. Obviously not that way. You chop your hand off. Sideways on. Yeah. Pop. Pop. Okay, skins will just fall off. You've had your moment. Right. Okay. So I'm just going to peel the skin off now. From popping these, it just means the skin falls away from the clove of garlic like that. Really, really nice. Okay. Now, because we've got all those onions were cold when they were in that pan, the pan has come down in temperature somewhat, so it's no longer smoking. It's just sizzling away nicely. I'm just starting to get the first indication of brown kind of caramelization, which is fantastic. Exactly what I'm looking for. Keep that going. Need to go a little bit further than that. We're going to have a little look at these. So, just being helped a lot. Just sometimes with this marinade, you're going to need to just help it along off the grill a little bit because of the sugar that we put in there. See, they're just starting to caramelize now.
Oh, yum.
Oh, yum. Indeed. Right. So just help them along because that is just the sugar burning slightly. It's fine though. It's going to bring loads of flavour. So there we go. Just turn those over. Looking at gorgeous. Might actually get a little photo if you don't mind. All right. Okay. Sorry. Anyway, pause play. So got me my garlic here. I'm going to chop that up. Okay, nice and fine. I call it a seesaw method when I'm teaching kids. So basically, you got your knife, got any knife that's got like that kind of a curvature on it. You put one hand on the top, yeah, so your hand can't get chopped. And then you just literally just go up and down, backwards and forwards, like that. And then scrape it all back together and go again. Really, really easy. Lovely job. Right. Garlic going in. So this is where we need to start moving. So there's no more chopping to do, which is great. Just going to keep that garlic moving around, get some of the flavours going from that. Woo, top. Okay, so keep that ticking away. And now into this we're going to start putting some spices. So find a teaspoon amongst all this mess. Here it is. I'm going to go with 2 ground coriander. Okay. 1 cumin, ground cumin. Okay. 1 turmeric. Okay, some chili powder. Where's the chili powder gone? Lost it. Here it is. Okay, bit of chili powder. Tablespoon again, teaspoon, sorry. Good pinch of salt. Oh no, we did put some salt in before, a little bit more salt. And then I'm going to add a little bit of water to the pan, just so that those spices don't burn. Okay. And then we're just going to cook those in. So it sort of creates a bit of a paste, you know. And we're just going to cook those spices down a little bit. And everything's sort of coming together, smelling unreal, to be honest with you. If I do say so myself. Willow, another job for you. What? I forgot my fresh coriander. Can you get it out of the fridge, please? Tell Mom it's in the food waste bag, in the bin, not in the bin, in the fridge.
Okay.
Thank you. Right. Turn these again. Just move that along. And again, I just need to help them along a little bit. See, these aren't a million miles away now. Chicken breast cooks pretty fast. Looking pretty good. Okay, just going to go on one side there. Lift them up very gently indeed. Turn that one across. One's coming away nicely. All right. Okay. So now that most of that water's gone, spices aren't burning. So that now is ready to be hit with the next element, which is a tin of tomatoes. I've got absolutely no nails, so just get that underneath there. You're a star, Wills. Thank you very much. Cheers, mate. Nice one. Okay, thank you. Okay, very good. Thanks. Off you go. Appreciate it, Wills.
Just I gave you a bunch of flowers and wrote something.
Just going to add the tomatoes now to the pan. Okay, a couple of green chilies whole. Okay, going to move those tomatoes around in there. We're starting to look somewhere like a chicken tikka masala now. So just get that all incorporated. Okay. We're nearly there. So as I said to you, once that's cooked down, just make sure that some of those chunks cook down. You might want to add, if you like, depends on tomato, if you like it, you might want to add a little bit more tomato puree at this point. And then what we're going to do is take this off the heat. We're going to put it into that safe zone. You can take it off. You know, if you're doing this in the house, just turn the stove off. Okay. And put that to one side. So I'm just going to move that over there. Let that chill for a sec. Just going to see to these kebabs, which I'm going to grab my temperature probe. I'm guessing. Bear with me for 1 sec. Bring it out, stick on the edge. Disorganisation once again. Sorry, I didn't have my probe with me. So 72 is what we're looking for. Oh, they're not quite there. 62, 63. Very close. That's done. 70. 63. That is new. It's borderline. Give it another 2 minutes. What we'll do while we're waiting for those to just finish is we will add touch to this. So taking the curry right off the heat now. Going to add some yogurt because I'm going healthy today. Okay, we're going to go for about 2 tablespoons of yogurt. Okay, into there. And if what I tend to do is rather than mix it real fast, if you start in the middle of the yogurt and then work the yogurt out, it won't curdle then. Okay, so just get that all worked in. And once it's worked in, you can heat it back up again if you wish at a later date, and it won't curdle. It's just when you put it in cold into hot, it doesn't like it much. So that is all coming together now and starting to look like the creamy chicken tikka masala that we all know and love. Woo! It's warm. It's a barbecue, Adam. Come on, use your brain. Okay, so that's just going to bring that back over the heat slightly now. So warm it back through. Woo! My hands are hot. Okay, let's see where we're at. Temperature-wise. Yeah, that's 70 now. Once that's been stirred through the sauce, you know, you want to catch it just right, really. A temperature probe is absolutely one of the best things, well, the most important things that you could have, you know, in your barbecue arsenal or in your cooking arsenal, really. It just, you know, catching chicken breast when it's just cooked is amazing. It will make such a difference. As I say, it won't taste like the bullet stuff you get if you fry it off for ages. You know, that is the key. It's just catching it. Right, that is done. I'm just going to chop up some fresh coriander, put through that to finish. Excuse the mess that's going on here. But Trying to cook out in my garden, do you know what I mean? So take some fresh coriander. Now, I don't waste the stalks at all. So stalk end first. Stupidly fine. That end is what you bang into your curry flavour. And then we save the top end for garnish. This bit. So get that in. Get it stirred through. All right. Willow, could you get me a lemon, please?
Okay.
Thank you. It's good having a little servant around.
I'm not your servant.
You are my servant today.
And before you say no, I'm not giving you a 5-hour massage.
I've never asked for her for a massage in my life. I don't know what she's on about. Right. Okay.
There's a half one.
These are done. So they're going to go and rest at the other side of the barbecue. Just a whole one, please, Wills. Okay. So they're going to rest. It's time to plate up. So I've got my... This is becoming my YouTube live plate because everything just looks great on it. It's a Stitch Farm Studio, big, long plate. You might remember it from Crazy Delicious. I put the chicken wings on this. You legend. Thank you very much. Cheers. That'll do. Thank you very much. See you in a bit. I have to sort of, she needs to know her limits. Right. A couple of wedges of lemon ready for this service because honestly, these will come alive with a bit of lemon. So I've got some boiled rice. Just gonna whack onto the plate here. Try and make it as neat as possible just because it looks better. Especially if you want to put it on the gram, which I'm going to do. So it just makes you want to eat it, you know, if it's tasty, if it looks tasty. It's important. Slop on a plate, nobody wants. You know, I mean, I don't make food that's like, you know, looks like it's been on MasterChef or nothing like that. Just having a little bit of care and attention goes a long way. Right, so that's the rice down. It's absolutely everywhere after saying that. There we go. Just make it take a bit of time making it look pretty. Okay, so we're going to take some of this masala sauce. That's going to go straight down the middle. And then we've got one of our skewers here, which will pop on the top. Finish with a few coriander leaves. Just being finicky now. And a couple of wedges of lemon. And there, my friends, we have chicken tikka masala, baby. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you get on it. Get it down, yeah. Send me your creations. I can't wait to see what you've made. I'm Adam Pennell, Shropshire lad. This is my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. Please like and share and comment in the box below. Thanks very much for having me. As I say, on Friday, we'll be cooking a rice and pea risotto using the stock that you're going to make with the carcass left over from this. And that's it. Right. I'll catch you soon. Big love.
Oh, wow. That was amazing, Adam.